But on the show, we are focusing on the impact of the Kejriwal revelations against Law Minister Salman Khurshid. We'll have a panel joining us on that in just a bit. But first, let's look at who said what today.
Let us work out the ground rules of this press conference, please. यार आपका सवाल ले रहा हूँ. Then your colleague asked me the question. आप चुप हो जाइए. Please listen. Ask him to shut up. I will answer you. You are repeating what I am saying. Please listen. हमने भेजा. If this continues, it's over. If this continues, stop pointing at me. Stop pointing at me. You stop pointing at me. अभी आ रहे हैं. I have 3 people here who in front of you will identify themselves and say their camps were held in their supervision in their district.
एक एक करके सारे सबूत खत्म कर दिए जाएंगे. अभी तो कहानी शुरू हुई है. 24 घंटे हुए हैं और एक एक करके गवाह टूटते जा रहे हैं.
These are pictures of the camp that was held in which JB Singh in Mainpuri. He was then the official then, and JB Singh signed this, was present in these camps.
और आज सलमान खुर्शीद ने सबूत के तौर पे केवल एक फोटो दिखाई है बस, और कुछ 2 फोटो. दोनों फोटो में ये जेबी सिंह मौजूद है. कह रहे हैं जेबी सिंह मौजूद है, लेकिन ये फोटो तो साफ 10-11 की है, 9-10 की फोटो नहीं है ये.
Now what can I do today is to say more than this, that this affidavit too will be inquired into by the UP government. What more do you want me to say?
और सलमान खुर्शीद जी को कौन बचाएगा? मुलायम सिंह जी का बेटा बचाएगा.
ये लोग कुछ यहाँ हैं, वो कह रहे हैं कि आपने उनसे कहा मुझे कुछ नहीं मिला.
नहीं, 2 साल पहले मिली थी ना. अगर खराब हो जाती थी तो हम समझे हमें और मिल जाए.
पंकज भाई, आपको सुनने की तकलीफ तो नहीं है?
सुना है कि हमारा नाम सूची में है और कान की मशीन में, और मैं कानों से बहरा नहीं हूँ, मैं पैसे विकलांग हूँ.
उनको कानून मंत्री से इस्तीफा देना पड़ेगा, उनको गिरफ्तार होना पड़ेगा, तभी ये निष्पक्ष जांच हो सकती है, नहीं तो निष्पक्ष जांच नहीं होगी.
With my resignation, Arvind Kejriwal steps down from India today, and we'll fight it out on every channel. Whoever wins gets both the ministry as well as the channel.
And adding to the political sparring was Congress General Secretary Digvijay Singh. In an exclusive interview to us, he talked about Arvind Kejriwal being angry with the Congress because the Congress President Sonia Gandhi had denied him a position in the National Advisory Council. Kejriwal said that Digvijay Singh was lying. But Digvijay Singh didn't just stop there. He also made other startling allegations against other IAC activists and spoke about how the BJP was using this entire issue to break one ethics of politics. A rule, he says, that you never attack family members or private persons. Here's what he told me earlier. Mr. Digvijay Singh, thank you for speaking with NDTV. The latest crisis that the government, the party is facing are these charges that have been levelled against Mr. Salman Khurshid, our law minister. Now, people felt that perhaps the party wasn't as forthcoming in quickly coming to his defence as they were in last week when a member of the Gandhi family, Robert Padra, faced it. Would you say that's a correct assessment? Did it take some time to...
It's not correct. Because unfortunately, Salman Bhai was not in India that time. He was in London. He had gone to Oxford, where he was a student, and there was some function in Oxford University, and he was also the play that he has written, probably that was being staged in Royal Albert Hall. So I think there is no such thing. See, I would like to say this, that there is a sustained campaign to malign leaders in the Congress party. There's a group working. I have said so earlier, and I will repeat it again. There's a group working from Vivekanand Memorial Trust, which is an RSS think tank. Mr Gurumurthy, Mr Subramaniam Swamy, and Mr Ajit Doval. These people are managing all these leaks and all these. Unfortunately, the media is falling prey to them. I would like to appeal to the India Today group to at least abide by the directions and the advice of the National Broadcasting Authority. Every day in their channel they write, किसी को आपत्ति है तो National Broadcasting Authority के पास जाइए. I would quote one of the guidelines of ethics to be followed by all the broadcasters, given by one of the most respected judges, Justice Verma, ex-Chief Justice of India. In telecast of news item, broadcasters must not use words that tend to be judgmental in the sense of being disparaging, denigrating or scurrilous. Now, introspection should be done by all the broadcasters, news broadcasters, whether they are following these guidelines or not, whether it is ethical or not, the way they are behaving.
But so some would say that when we saw the press conference, both parties were using denigrating words against each other. We also heard the Law Minister say shut up to a reporter.
See, there is a limit to which a person can take. When one reporter less said the better about that man, we've got details about that man also, I would not like to name him, but we've got details of what kind of a person is he and what kind of action he has been taking.
You're talking about Deepak Sharma.
Well, I'm not going to take any name, but the fact remains, you cannot behave the way he has behaved with the Law Minister of this country.
Are you saying that Aaj Tak worked according to a plant of RSS?
I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is that this campaign is going on, and this, unfortunately, the news channel has fallen prey to that.
Okay. If we just go by the fact that the charges, and the Congress has always maintained, I mean, we saw Burari, where the Congress president said that we are going to rise above this. We are so clean on corruption, and you have given other instances. For instance, your chief minister, even before he was charged anything, he faced those charges, he was asked to resign. Do you think, just going at the face of it, the fact that today certain people, even Mr Salman Khurshid has said that yes, I can't verify for those signatures because I can't be there myself. So do you think the government, just to have a kind of, because perception is the end, I think, they should order a probe, and perhaps during the duration of the probe, he should step down?
Well, I would say two things. Number one, what are the charges? First charge, no camp was held.
Yes.
Yesterday, he said he proved that camps were held, and the person whom they have named as whose signature is forged was present in that picture. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, second charge, they brought 3 people on the TV to say that they did not get the disability aids. All 3 of them said yes, they've got it. Number 3, Salman himself and Louise herself have written a letter to the UP government that there should be an impartial inquiry on the issue of forgery, forged signatures. How can the minister inquire and investigate, which is the job of the police of Uttar Pradesh? Now, how he, as a minister law, he is responsible for all these things. He has done excellent work. You can find out. Let there be an investigation. He himself has said, let there be an investigation by an independent authority on the work that the Zakir Hussain Memorial Trust has done in the last 1 decade of its existence, and also at the same time also find out the facts which were wrongly played and wrongly sort of put up by that channel. Let the investigation inquiry be done.
But he shouldn't step down.
See, the point is, by media, if someone makes a charge of the Prime Minister,
no sir, yeah, sure,
should he rely? This is what the draft Jan Lokpal bill says. What does Jan Lokpal bill say? There will be one Jan Lokpal bill who will have the authority to tap any conversation.
Yes.
And if he receives a application against the Prime Minister, then the Prime Minister has to step down because it can't be investigated till he is the Prime Minister.
Yes.
So any person in this country can level any wild charge against a Jan Lokpal, against a Prime Minister. How will the democracy function?
India's #1 news app. just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.